So here we have the Mini 3-door hatchback on a 64 plate. I'm going to start off firstly by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some of the controls on the inside of it from there. From the outside, as you can see, and as I mentioned, it's a 3-door car with alloy wheels. I'm going to start off inside the boot space first. As we approach the back of the car, you can see we have plenty of boot space. That tray section will lower down to give you a flat boot should you fold down either or both of those rear seats. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back around to the front of the car. And then, as I mentioned, we'll hop in and run through some controls from there. Now that we've done a full circle of it, though, you can see it's in excellent condition the whole way round. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left-hand side, we have the rev counter, we have the speedometer in the centre, and the fuel gauge on the right-hand side. Also in the centre, you can see the total miles of the car. They are 55,132. You can change the information that's displayed above that by pressing a button on the end of the indicator stalk. You can, for example, have a digital readout for the speedometer, as you can see. Over into the centre next, we have the main screen for the car. So up on here, you have various options from your multimedia, your radio. So when it comes to radio, we have FM, AM and DAB. If you listen to your own music, you can do so via USB and auxiliary inputs. You could also pair up your phone to the car from here as well. Main volume for the stereo is just there. Below that, we have our dual zone climate control. You can adjust the passenger temperature, the driver temperature. You can increase and decrease the fan speed. You can determine what direction you'd like the air to be distributed in. And when you're happy with those settings, that's your air conditioning off. Back on again, or hit auto. The car will now maintain the temperature that you've asked for by taking control of the direction of the air and fan speed. Press the auto button again, and you go back to whatever setting you had that on previously. Beneath that, we can turn off the engine from here and start the engine, of course. We can turn off our traction control. This button turns off the stop and start. This car is designed to cut out when it's stationary in traffic, which in turn will save you fuel. That system is turned off when that light shows. We have a 12-volt charging socket, auxiliary and USB inputs, 2 cup holders, and then the gear lever for the 6-speed manual gearbox. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car for yourself and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at Surrey Specialist Cars. We'd love to hear from you soon.